y'all, howdy. Welcome to One for the Books. I'm Sandy Broadwell, and today I'm going to tell you guys what my 10 goals are for 2025. Some of these are reading goals, which I've already talked about in my 25 books to read in 2025 video, but most of these are actually just general life goals. So I have my goals kind of split up into 4 different categories. First is reading goals, and then I have healthy routine goals, house goals, and new community goals. I'd love if you guys would tell me down in the comments below what some of your goals are for the upcoming year. I get really inspired by seeing aspirations that other people have, and I think it's just fun to plan for the future. So let's dive in. As I said, I've already talked about my reading goals in my 25 to read in 2025 video, so I'll just run through these pretty quickly. So goal number 1 is I would like to read at least 8 classics this year, and this has to do with my 40 classics to read before I turn 40 video that I did around my birthday last year. Goal number 2 is I would like to read every book that I bought this year that I have not also read this year. So I added 13 books to my shelf in 2024 that I haven't had a chance to read yet. So those 13 books are all going to be on my TBR for the upcoming year. And number 3 is I want to read at least 10 new releases for 2025. Previously, I haven't been that great at keeping up with new releases, but I do think that is fun to do, especially as a bookish content creator. And so this past year, my goal was to read 10 new releases, and I actually read 17. So I think that was a super successful goal. That's not too challenging to reach. So I'm excited to do that one again. So those are my only reading goals for the year. I didn't really set any YouTube goals because I have no idea what the upcoming year is going to look like, and I hope to be able to still film regularly, but everything is a little bit up in the air in our lives right now because we just moved to a new community, we bought a new house, I just got a new job that I haven't even started yet. By the time this video goes up, I will have started my new job, but not at the time that I'm filming this, earlier in December. So yeah, so it's just a bit of a tumultuous year. So that's why some of these goals are the way they are. As far as my healthy routine goals, my new job that I just got that I'm starting in like 4 or 5 days from now, I believe is going to be kind of a hybrid position where I'm in the office working some days and working from home some days, which I think is pretty ideal, and I'm really excited about that. And so I have 2 kind of goals related to creating routines around that. And goal number 1 is that I would like to get back into writing. I haven't really done much writing on my novel this past year, and I think part of my struggle with that is just that I really struggled not having a routine. Potentially having some in-office days and some work from home days could mess with that routine, and so that's why I want to be really intentional going into the year with what my goals for that are. So as far as my writing goal, I want to make my goal to be that I will write every morning before work that I'm working from home. And so if that's 2 days a week or 3 days a week, I don't really know what the routine's going to be because, like I said, I haven't started the job yet, so I'm not sure like what the expectations are as far as number of days in office versus at home. But I would like to have a routine where writing is built into it again, because I think having that intentionality and that set schedule where I know this is the time where I do this thing and I'm not doing anything else at that time will be really, really helpful. On the flip side of that goal is working out. I have not been consistently working out forever and I would like that to be a thing. I do have a gym membership, and which my husband and I used when we were van lifers to be able to shower regularly anywhere across the country. But now that I am stationary, I would like to be working out and to, just build up my core strength a little bit better. So the flip side of the like writing when I work from home days is when I go into the office, I would like to go to the gym before going to the office. So I won't be starting that immediately because I'm just starting the new job and I want to get a feel for the office environment, what the expectations are and that sort of thing before I start trying to add in going to the gym ahead of time. But since I am starting the job this month in December, hopefully that will give me enough time to kind of get my feet under me so that I can kick off starting to go to the gym in January. These 2 healthy routine goals are the ones that I am most nervous about how they're going to work out because I've gone so long without a routine and I was never great at sticking to a routine anyway, and I really don't like waking up early, but I will need to wake up early in order to accomplish these goals. So I think these will be a big challenge for me, but I am excited to try and tackle them and see, you know, even if I don't do it every single day, doing it at least some days is going to be better than nothing. And then diving into goals for our new house. We just moved in the first weekend of November. We closed October 30th on this house. So we have a lot of things that we want to do to the house. Most of them are, I would consider, like small projects. We have a bajillion of those, so I won't get into those. But we have two what I would consider really big projects, one of them bigger than the other. But so for those, the first goal for the house is we would like to remodel the kitchen this year. That's going to involve like taking out a wall and like redoing basically the entire layout and building new cabinets and things like that. So that's going to be a really, really big project, but I'm really excited to tackle that one. Our second big house goal is we want to build a front porch. Right now we have like a front stoop, but I would love to have like a big cozy front porch to host people, and like outdoor spaces are my absolute favorite. And I just can't wait to have a big front porch to hang out on. So I think that's going to be really, really cool. And I'm hoping that we'll get to start on that in the spring as soon as the weather gets a little better. And then my last house goal for 2025 is that I would love to start a vegetable garden. We have a lot of big trees in our yard and our neighborhood, which I love and would not trade it for the world. But also I'm worried about how much shade our yard has and whether it's actually going to be very feasible for me to have a vegetable patch. So I'm just gonna start experimenting in 2025 and see what grows and what doesn't, and you know, see if I can find some good shade-loving vegetables to grow in my yard. Lastly, diving into kind of new community goals. As some of you know, if you watched my Big Life update video, my husband and I used to live in Lexington, Kentucky, and then we were van lifers for about a year and a half, and now we have resettled in Asheville, North Carolina. So we are brand new to Asheville. Like I said, we've been here just a little over a month now. By the time this video goes up, maybe like 2 months. But we've been so busy just unpacking and doing some like necessary house projects that we really haven't had hardly any time to explore our new community. So I'm really excited to start my new job and start meeting people here besides just our neighbors, which we have met quite a few neighbors, which has been really, really nice. We have a great neighborhood. So goal number 9 is just to get settled into my new job, which I mean is gonna happen regardless, but it takes a long time, I think, to get settled into a new job and to really kind of understand the ins and outs of it. And so I just think that's going to be a really big thing for me in 2025, especially because I have such a community focused job. And so, yeah, I think that's just going to take up a lot of my mental energy in 2025. So I don't want to really set too many like crazy ambitious goals because I think just learning the ropes is going to take a lot. And then goal number 10 is just integrating more into our new community. I want to attend events. I want to explore all of my local indie bookshops. I want to find nonprofits that I'm passionate about that I can volunteer for in the future, hopefully make some new friends, that sort of thing, and just really start to make Asheville feel like home. Those sorts of things are pretty intimidating for someone like me because I am an introvert. We had such a great community of friends and neighbors in Lexington, and so I want to be able to recreate that here. So that's it. Those are my 10 big goals for 2025. Some of them are big, some of them are small, some of them are going to happen regardless of whether I put any effort into them or not. But these are just things that I want to go into 2025 being pretty intentional about. I'm really excited for the year to come, and I'm excited to see what I'll be reflecting on by this time next year. Thanks so much for tuning in and hanging out. Please be kind, read more books, and hit the subscribe button down below for more bookish content to come. I'll see you again soon.